Hey guys, Jeff Markle here from Old School Personal Training and Self-Defense. Hey, this video is going to be about toning up. I get a lot of questions about, I don't really want to lift weights, I don't want to be a bodybuilder, I just want to tone up. Well, there's two things that you need to think about when you're truly wanting to tone up. The very first thing you need to think about is nutrition. And I don't like to use that word very often because it normally means a little bit of discipline outside the gym, but I promise you, if you really truly want to tone your muscles up and trim some fat, man, I hate to say it, but nutrition is going to be probably, I'd say 80% of it, as far as trimming off the fat. Now let's talk about the other stuff, the stuff that I like, and that is how do I get toned? Because you do not build abs in the kitchen. I hate that phrase. No more than you build biceps in the kitchen. I built these in the kitchen. No, I didn't. I built them in the gym. So I'm going to show you some very basic exercises to tone up your upper body, mainly your triceps, and your shoulders, and your chest, okay, and your back too. A lot of women, to be honest with you, you don't really work your chest as near as much as you should. When you work this line through the top line, everything holds up tight, and there's nothing negative about that for men or for women. I'm an older guy, but I don't want to have old guy, saggy boobs, okay? No more than anybody would. So let's get to it. So the very first thing I got here is I got a broom handle, okay? I know it sounds really silly, but sometimes you don't need a whole lot of resistance to really tone up. So what I do with this broom handle is I pull out. So in other words, I'm pulling this way. I pull out like this, and I bring it all the way up over my head. And when I get here, I'm pulling out hard, and I bring it right back, okay? And the whole time, I'm pulling, okay? Let me show you from the side here. Going all the way back, and all the way forward. All the way back, and all the way forward. And I'll do that probably, I don't know, probably 30 times. But the whole key to this working is pull. Resistance the entire time, pulling. And once I'm done doing that 30 times or so, then I do the opposite. I grab the bar and I press in, flexing my chest. Press in. Come up over and come back. From the side, right here, up over and back. And the whole time I'm putting as much pressure as I can possibly put on this bar to try to smash together or to pull it apart, depending on which exercise I'm doing. Okay? It's a real good way to warm up your shoulders, a good way to warm up your chest and your back. Okay? Here's the other thing. Everybody's got a wall. This wall I use all the time for so many classes, and it's just a really underutilized piece of gym equipment that isn't really fancy, and so people don't want to use them. But a lot of people can't necessarily do push-ups on the floor. It's just too much resistance for them. It's too hard. Or maybe you have some physical capabilities that they limit you to be able to get up and down off the floor. So you just do push-ups on the wall. Hands right here, under the chin, by the way, not here. A lot of girls, man, you guys are really guilty of being your hands up here. Get them right there, okay? Right here, like if I was going to hold this wall that's falling on me, I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to fall, I'm going to save us all. Where would I grab it? Okay, I'd grab it right here and really give it a push. That's how I'm going to do my push-ups. Right here. I get back, I flatten out. I don't go here, then I sure don't want to go here. Flatten out. If I have to, I'll even go on my tiptoes. I don't care. And I just go all the way down and all the way up. All the way down and all the way up. All the way down and all the way up. And people say, well, how many of those would I do, Jeff? Go until you can't lift your body weight. Go maximum. Or let's just say, do 3 sets of 30. That's a really, that's pretty good. Because depending on how far I get my legs back, I can make them super tough back here, or I can make them a little easier up here. You are your weight bar. You're the gauge of if this is going to work or not. Good old-fashioned push-ups right here on the wall. Here's another one. I stand sideways. Put my elbow right on the wall. Put my hand right here, like I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Push straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Straight up, straight down. Now notice I'm not down here, because that's just a little too much torque on me. And I'm not way up here like this. Right there. I come all the way in, 90 degrees, push it back. 90 degrees, push it back. And basically, I'm just doing a tricep extension is all I'm doing. I'm just pulling my triceps, pulling my triceps, pulling my triceps, all I'm doing. So you do one side and you do the other. Now, it's really important, mark on the floor where you are, because if you don't, you'll be with this arm like this, like, man, I'm a hero, and then you'll come in on the other side, and on the other side, you'll be way over here because you're stronger with that arm. So you want to make sure that you level it out. Here's another thing you can do for your triceps. Hands right here. Right here. Looks like this. Okay? Sphinx. Right here. To the elbows. Hands right here. And I'm pushing straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Now when I do those, I want to make sure that my elbows don't flare way out like this. A lot of people have a flexibility that they can really turn their elbows in and keep their hands nice and tight. I know my chest gets in the way, whammy, and I kind of flare. So I widen my arms out a little bit. It helps me keep my elbows tight. So I'm just like this, using my triceps, okay? That's a great exercise. I do, gosh, I can't even tell you how many of those I do a day. And they do great for my triceps. I don't necessarily have to grab weight all the time to do a tricep extension or whatever it happens to be. I don't have to do that. I have a ball, and I can do a ton of these and still stay very, very toned. So, let me show you at your forearms. People ask me, what do you do for your forearms? What do you do for forearms? I don't really do a lot for my forearms because I do a lot of pull-ups and chin-ups and dumbbell exercises. And most of the time, if you're doing a dumbbell exercise, you're always turning your forearm like this all the time, holding that dumbbell. So I don't have to work my forearms near as much. But if you don't, what you do is you take one of these, okay? You tie something on it, okay? Tie something on that's heavy. Do some resistance. And what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to turn your wrist. Turn your wrist. Turn your wrist. And you're just going to flex it up and flex it down. Flex it up, flex it down, flex it up, flex it down. Doesn't seem like much. I promise you, if you are not used to working your forearms, this will burn like fire and nothing flat. You don't need a lot of weight for this. I see a lot of guys like, yeah, I'm going to work my forearms, and they get this gigantic weight, and before too long, the thing's not already moving. Look, I can do it with 20s. Easy, easy. And I don't need to do any gigantic weight when it comes to my forearms, okay? Because again, we're not talking about building giant bulk here. We're talking about toning up. I like my stick. It's a good pointer. Anyway, now, here's another tricep move. Everybody's got a chair at home or a bench or something. Slide it against the wall so it doesn't slide out from under you, by the way. You're right here. You can either go full extension with your legs, like flat like this, or you can, most people, beginners, are like this. They got to bend their knees. So I'm just going to do a dip. So I don't want to do a dip way out here like this, okay? It's kind of dangerous. I want to scrape my back right down the side of the chair and straight up. Okay? Right down, right up. Right down, right up. Trying to go 90 degrees every single time. Okay? If you do those things, it's really, 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 really going to tone your arms up. There's no doubt about it. There's no way you can do any of those exercises and not get good tone.